elevator framing is completed. The elevator finishes are nearing completion. We've completed second floor bathrooms, stalls, sinks, all new mechanical ductwork, lighting, ceiling, finished wall and floor tiles, and then repainting public spaces throughout, keeping things that are special and unique to the rec center.
Yeah, that was my son's thing, like I went to teach it.
When we were last here, we showed that some painting had been done and a few doors were finished. Sorry, I'm not sure what this. Yeah. So we've completed the repairs here. There was water coming in and some of the brick was falling out. We reopened the wall and made the repairs and new bricking. We've upgraded the doors and frames throughout. As you can see, repainted all of the public areas. So design is fully complete for all of the things that were added, all of the repairs, and construction is very close to completion. It's gonna look like a busy construction site really until the last minute. So I know when you see all the equipment and materials, it looks like there's still a lot to do. But really that equipment and material stays on site, and so we're ready to open. When we came to you last, we were showing images of the water coming in, like down the ramp, and the basement being flooded. This was a threat to all of the equipment. And so since then, we have installed new sump pumps. We're doing all kinds of remediation efforts to make sure that the water can be efficiently pumped out if it gets into the rec center basement. Again, when we came last time, we were sharing the discovery that water infiltration was coming through the slab and damaging the electrical system. So this was rusting out. It was a dangerous situation for the electrical system of the building. And so we've now finished replacing that whole slab. The whole area was excavated. They redid all the structure, poured new slab, waterproofing. They're doing the replacement and upgrade of all of the electrical service. We came to show you, I think in our last meeting, about how the water was coming through the facade itself. The water was getting behind the bricks, starting to damage the steel itself. And so we went in, we removed all of the damaged masonry, we made repairs behind it to the wall that supports that exterior brick, and then we've replaced all of that brick. And you can see down here at the bottom, I think I mentioned it on an earlier slide, the new waterproofing that we're doing against those foundation walls. We initially went in just thinking we could replace all of the doors and leave the existing frames. When we found that they were, in some cases, too deteriorated to use, we took the opportunity to widen a number of the doorways where we didn't have ADA access. We were able to widen them and again improve the accessibility throughout the facility. And so there they are, in progress and installed. So this is a bit more information about that facade masonry restoration. The picture up here is one of our engineers up on some scaffolding, tapping the bricks. Here it's called sounding, where you can tell the stability and where we need to do repairs. So at this point, when we came last, we were still figuring out the extent of the issue. And now we've done this work on all sides of the courtyard. So as you enter, you'll see this new brick. And this is where we're headed. So it will be ready to reopen at the end of the summer.
Woohoo!
Let's hear all the programming.
So, I know the construction is a very exciting part because we got
Well, I'm intrigued.
take up too much time on programming, but one thing we wanted to get conveyed from the closing is that because the center was closed didn't mean that we would stop programming. We wanted to stay active in the neighborhood, we wanted to stay active in the park, we wanted to keep engaging the community, all the young people, the seniors, the adults, everyone who felt St. Mary's to be a second home. We wanted to keep that feeling, that connection going. So the last time we were here, I discussed some of the programs and activities that we did in 2023, what we were going to do in 2024. This time I will briefly talk about, one nice picture. It's gonna be a very nice lobby.
Sorry, I forgot I had that one at the end.
That's okay. So I'll just briefly talk about some of the programming that we've done in 2025 and what we anticipate for 2026. At the top here, just a reiteration of what I just said. We are committed to the community, we're committed to our programming. Anytime a recreation center closes due to a capital project or for any reason, we try our best to maintain a presence in the community and continue to provide programming. We do that in a number of ways. We have programs and events such as our Kids in Motion program, which is essentially a program during the spring, summer months, roughly from late May, June-ish through October, where we have a staff member in the playground Tuesday through Saturday from 11 to 7, providing activities for youth generally ages 6 to 13. We have Movies Under the Stars, which is exactly what it sounds like. We screen movies in the park at night. Then we have arts, culture, and fun events, which take a variety of forms. But in St. Mary's Park, it took the form of jazz concerts and public theater productions. We have a Playmobile, which is essentially a mobile unit that goes around to different locations and provides recreation and crafts, sports activities to young people. Our family days are like a family carnival. We bring out different activations, booths, inflatables. I say inflatables because it's a very particular thing. We don't do bounce houses. I just like to make that clear. We do inflatables. And then our Urban Parks Rangers, which is a assisted division to recreation. They come out and they provide environmental education to people of all ages. They do everything from weekend adventures to nature adventure guides, which is basically walking through the park, talking about the nature, talking about the geology, just trying to give some sort of nature and wildlife education. So in 2025, from June to September 11th, we served 11,283 participants through the course of all of our events. On average, that was about 201 people per event.
Cool.
We had our Ken site that I described. We did 7 special activities at that Kids in Motion site. We had 1 Playmobil visit. We showed 4 movies. We had our 3 arts, culture, and fun events, a jazz concert, and 2 public theater productions. And then we had a fall festival. In 2026, we're going to try to keep that momentum going. It won't stop when the building opens because a lot of this is scheduled from now through the fall. So we anticipate offering a Kids in Motion site. We'll have 9 Kids in Motion events. We'll have 9 summer sports experience events. That is slightly different. That's where we have 2 sports-specific staff come in and provide sports clinic to youth of all ages. We'll have our Playmobil stop by again, 2 movies, again, 3 arts, culture, and fun, jazz, 2 public theater, and we'll have another family day. One bit of good news that I did want to share, because as we all know, St. Mary's is the only pool that we have in the Bronx that is actually a Parks Department location.
Right.
In the past, the hours were, we could say, not up to everyone's desire, but we will be expanding those hours. So for the summer, due to the past at St. Mary's, that was roughly 12-ish to maybe 8 abouts. We're gonna have 2 shifts per day, Monday through Saturday, and we'll have hours on Sunday, which we never had before. And right now, we're getting our staffing plan together. I will pass it over to Jamal so he can give a little idea of his vision of what programming in the facility will look like. But like all of our centers, it'll serve everyone from toddlers to seniors.
Thank you, Philip.
So, my name is Jamal, I'm the center manager. Our vision for St. Mary's is to offer quality community enrichment programming. While Parks does a great job with fitness and sports, we want to focus on also promoting educational enrichment. I see St. Mary's as a safe space and a community hub where we can partner with different local organizations to help grow and enrich the neighborhood. Some things near and dear to my heart include financial literacy, as simple as balancing and budgeting and understanding just how to use a checkbook, which is outdated, but still balancing and budgeting. Having a quality STEM program within our after-school program, and possibly partnering with Lego. They have a great robotics program that Parks already offers, so I would like to bring that to St. Mary's as well.
Yes.
A swim team.
I'm there.
swim lessons for all ages. I know we usually do the universal swim for second graders,
Lifeguard.
but seniors and older adults, we all need to learn how to swim. It's a life skill that I think we all should participate in. ESL, language arts programs, media education and computer programs, and basic computer literacy, which we all need to understand. So I think that'll help enrich the community. I could go on and on, but I'm here really to connect, also to take ideas from the community. I'm joining the community. I'm from Brooklyn. I'm new to the Bronx, so I'm here with you guys. So I just like to take all ideas and understand how you guys want to make St. Mary's the best place possible. And that's it. Thank you.
So I have my business card, Jamal's still gonna get his cards, but as he mentioned, we're always interested in feedback. We don't like a model where we just say, this is what you get. We would rather the community say, this is what we want, and then we do our best to provide what you're asking for. So please feel free to contact us. Honestly, email is the best way to get me. With my phone, I'm taking calls and doing stuff, but I'm regularly checking my email throughout the day, because basically I'm addicted to checking my email. So if you have to email me, you'll get a hold of me. And then Jamal's contact information is there as well. Thank you.
All right, thank you. I think our kids and the rest gonna be very happy once we get that news out. And I'll be the first one there to back to. I don't think I've been to that area for a long time. Because there was no reason going there. So, all right, so,
I have a question.
all right, and then do we have a,
I have a question.
I would like to have a question, very limited, 2 minutes, so we can be able to. Yeah,
2 minutes, you got an hour.
2 minute thoughts.
I
Question,
got 30 seconds.
please, so we can just move forward.
So, I have, an idea.
I have my hand up first.
I was there, no, I'm coming before you started doing it.
No, that's not.
40 years ago,
Yes.
in St. Mary's Park, they had a DJ there for the youth, the teenagers, from 13 to 17, for 2 hours. In the big gym area. I mean, we could bring that back for the next generation that's coming, because I enjoyed that when I was there 40 years ago. I'm just throwing it out there. Yeah, we'll provide the DJ.
Are you done?
No, but I have my hand up first. Forget it.
But Art, you would have to hear.
It's okay. Sorry.
Thank you very much. Really exciting. Grew up right on Brook and 147th. Went through some of the Explorer programs back in the day at the rec center. Really love this. Question. So I help people put on outdoor events like DOT and SAPO permits. Everyone's like confused or scared with the World Cup. Because there's like the moratorium on a lot of city permits. I'm not sure how much of that like leads into parks, but we've been getting a lot of conflicting information and even events that have been canceled. So I guess like two sides of that question. If you've heard anything with that, it would be really great to know. And also for community members who are interested in putting on events in the parks, especially with the summer coming along, is there like any tips or insights for who is the best contact for them to reach out to during this summer?
Hold on.
There are certain restrictions around the World Cup just because the staff of the city, as we know, has limited resources. Everyone loves soccer. Personally, I didn't know anything about soccer before the pandemic, and then it was the first sport that come back rather, so I started watching soccer. And I realized it's the global game, everybody loves it. But because of that, the city was able to keep up the demand of having the World Cup and all the other activities. So there are some restricted dates. In terms of navigating the system, I will give you my card. You give me a call. I'll put you in contact with Sylvia Williams-Torres. She is our borough permit coordinator. She'll answer any questions that you have and walk you through the process.
Thank you.
What we will say is that anything that is organized 20 and above should put in a special event permit on our website. It's available, but Sylvia will be able to walk everyone through the event process if they have questions. But the first step is getting that permit in. If you have something in mind, that takes 20 or more people so that we can start having that conversation. Of course.
Just had a quick question. Thank you for presenting today. In terms of the building itself, the recreation centers, are there any activity designations when it comes to each floor? I know you mentioned there's a pool on one floor, so I was just wondering if there's any limitations or, what the capacity is when it comes to events regarding each floor. Thank you.
So I wouldn't be able to tell you off the top of my head the occupancy for each room,
Mhm.
but the center features an indoor pool, it features a media lab, gymnasium, which is our fitness room, a cardio room, a separate team room, and a basketball court.
Okay.
So we have a lot of programming spaces. The basketball court is rather large. We also have a multi-purpose room that is very, very large, where we usually have our after-school program, but it's kind of an event space, just because of the size of it. So we have the capacity, well, before St. Mary's closed, I want to say membership was somewhere in the range of 8,500 members, with somewhere around 12 to 1,300 visits per week. So at any given point in the day, we had a couple hundred people in the building, and it was never to the point where you couldn't really get around comfortably. We could actually pack a couple more in there. So capacity is usually not a concern for us. We can usually handle whatever influx of people we get.
If the registration fee has changed?
No.
Still,
The registration fee has not changed.
$225 for senior.
It's $25 for seniors. It's because we have an indoor pool. It's $75 for 6 months and $150 for the year.
Does the senior, the $25 include the pool?
It includes everything.
Everything.
And that pool membership, because we have a pool in the building, if you get a membership at St. Mary's, it's valid at all 36 locations throughout the city. So, if you happen to be in Queens, you want to get a quick workout, or if you're